Are you trying to grow your email list? Maybe you're trying to grow it from ground zero, and I have definitely been there. And you're thinking, well, Marsha, I don't really have an email list. How can I grow my business? You can grow your business with a small email list, or you may have a pretty good one, but they're not engaged. And you want to know, how can I get my email list engaged? So you just need an email campaign, just a simple campaign of once a week. And if you are interested in finding out how you can grow your email list from ground zero and how you can get an engaged email list, keep watching. Well, hello, awesome entrepreneurs. And on this video, we are in our series, and this is video number 2. If you missed our first one, I did a video on a content, how to build your brand, grow your business with content. I will put a link in the description below so you can watch that video also. And this is our second one on email marketing. So this series I'm doing is to help you build a magnetic brand and grow your business and start making money on your business. So if you are interested in the things that we do on this site, I hope you will subscribe to our channel. I hope that you will be sure and check out MarshaLynnHudson.com. That's scrolling across the screen because we have a lot of freebies for you. But if you would hit that notification bell, ding, 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 every time we do a video, which is about once a week, you will get notified on branding and tips and marketing to help you grow your brand and build a profitable business. So let's get into part 2 of our video series, email marketing. That is one of my favorite topics. And even though I'm a brand strategist and online marketing strategist, and I believe in social media, I totally believe in email. And when we pair social media, the content that we put on social media, like in my first video, and email marketing, we're going to lead to, which is going to be video 3, an attraction ladder and a conversion state of just closing, right? And so let's talk about email marketing. And I have a free resource called How to Grow Your Email List from Ground Zero. And you can get it at MarshaLynnHudson.com. Why did I make this? I made this because I was, I didn't realize the importance a few years ago of growing an email list. I just didn't think it was that important. I thought, well, people don't open their email. People get so many emails. They don't want to give it to anybody. They don't want other people in it. But that is not the case, okay? People will open emails of value. Email is one of the biggest ways to grow your brand and actually make money, because we don't really sell much on social media. You may make some sales, but you make your sales with your email list. That's your community. Those are people who know you, they like you, they love you, they trust you. And you build up this email list. For example, can you imagine if you start off with 100 good people in your email, right? And you're emailing them once a week, because I suggest once a week. Now, if you're like, I'm too busy for that, twice a month. It can't be less than that, okay? But I really prefer once a week. But now with AI to help you, you can create a email in about 10 minutes. So it doesn't take a long time anymore. And I know that you're running your business, you're running your life, and you may not have done email because you were just too busy and it was just too time consuming. Well, not anymore. You can do a great email in like 10 minutes. And so you might think, okay, Marsha, how do I get started? How do I get started? Now that you're telling me email is a great way to make money, email is a great way to get people in my community, because if your social media goes down or your account gets hacked or you lose your account, you lost all your people, but they are not in your email. You have them in your email, they're in your inbox. So the first thing I like to say is, number one, you want a great email provider. And people say, well, who should I use, Marsha? I like to say, use the provider that works well for you. Okay. And when I say that, it needs to be a provider that you can get your analytics. You can see when people opened, when they didn't open. It even tells you the times that people open. You need a good provider. I also like a provider that I can reach if I'm having issues. Maybe you can reach them by email, or maybe they have live customer service. And then your email provider, you can put your emails in lists. Okay. You may have a list of female entrepreneurs. You may have a list of male entrepreneurs. You may have a list of real estate professionals. So you have different lists. So you can send an email to the people that email matches, or sometimes you can send an email to all of them. And you may say, well, Marsha, how do I start getting these emails? Well, I always say you start getting emails with your lead magnet. And we're going to talk more about that in video 3 when we talk about your attraction ladder and your conversion funnel. So be sure to look for video 3. So when they get your lead magnet, which is normally something of value, great value, it could be free, it could be a low cost. I like to get free because that's the top of the ladder. They get a piece of you. They get to get a feel for you, and they download your lead magnet. For me, as a brand and online marketing strategist and a leadership coach and trainer, one of my lead magnets could be an ebook, or it could be a PDF guide, or it could be a roadmap, something with, that my audience would need to build a brand, build their business. Or for my second brand, which is leadership coaching, my lead magnet could be a quiz. Take the quiz to see what type of leader you are and how can you improve so that you can grow your business. And so if my ideal audience says, ooh, I want that, then they'll download it and I will get their email. And so my email would go into one of my lists in my email provider. And so now I can start nurturing my people. So let's say I get 10 people, then I get 25, and in a month you get 100 and 250. You don't need a big list to make a lot of money with your business. The more you grow your list, that's great. Let's say you have a good list of 250 people. And we don't want to be hooked up in numbers. You may say, Marsha, I got 5,000 people on my list. I've been having them for 7 years. You want to clean that list because they may have moved, changed jobs, not opening. People, when they don't open your list, it hurts your deliverability. Okay. I called my provider at the beginning of the year and I said, take off everybody who hadn't opened my email in over a year. That was 800 people. Now, if I was hooked up in the numbers, I was like, oh no, keep my 800 people. No, I want my emails to be delivered. And that hurts your deliverability. And then I want to continue to build it with the right people, the people who will open, the people who will like my stuff. So let's say you have 250 good people. You built up your email list, maybe over 30 days with your lead magnet, or 60 days. And they like what you do. And every week, you send a valuable email. And I talked about in video 1 content. Do you know you can use that same content that you use on your social media in your email? It's value. It's what they want. Educational tips, motivational quotes. Behind the scenes information. You can use that same content. Your emails are not like they used to be, long and jargony and businessy and just, it's not like that. People want emails that speak to them. Write your emails in first person. Let them know how you are doing in your business, your struggles, your challenges, your wins. Let them know your why, your journey. And then every week you have a piece of content that's valuable. And they're like, I can't wait to open this person's email, versus them thinking, oh, I'm not going to open that email. They just want to sell me something. You don't want people to think like that for your emails. I'm not opening that email. They just want to sell me something, because people don't like being bombarded with sales. Now, we are in business and there is a way to sell, and I will talk about that at the end of the funnel, not at the beginning of the funnel. You got to nurture people. You got to give them something of value. You got to let them know you're the answer. You have to let them know through your content you had a solution, and they were like, raising their hand. I want to work with you. I want to work with you. But it takes time. Sometimes they have to hear you 7 times. Statistics say people have to hear you sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times to say the same thing before they start raising their hand saying, I want to work with that person. So you can't just do it once or twice. You have to be consistent. That's why I like the once a week or twice a month. But get started. Don't wait till everything is perfect. Just get started. Get started. And so now you crafted your email, you have your email provider, you have your list. And the one thing I do like is when I craft my email, I have 3 parts to my email. I have an opener, I have a beginning, and an ending, which is my call to action. It's just like when I was teaching writing, and I've been a writing instructor a long time. I used to teach my students, you have an opening to your essay or your paper, you have a body, and then you have a conclusion. It's the same way for an email. It's the same way. And so in your opener, I like to call it a hook. So in your email, you're sitting down at your computer and you're like, okay, Marcia told me to get this email together. I hope you have your pen and paper and you're writing these notes down, because I want you to implement these things. It's easy. It's going to fit into your busy life, because you're busy, but we want you to build your brand and grow your business. And so your beginning is your hook. A hook could be a question. It could be a startling phrase. It could be a quote, but it needs to be something that when they open it and read it, they're like, oh my goodness, yes. And then the middle of your email is your body, where you have the content tips that I talked about. That link is in the description, the content tips. You may have tips or insight. You may do a piece of storytelling, 1 or 2 paragraphs. Make it you. And then the last part of your email is your call to action. If you want to grow your LinkedIn, send them to your LinkedIn. If you have a blog, send them to your blog. If you have a new PDF, send them to that. You have a call to action. You always want to tell people what to do next. So your hook may be 2 or 3 sentences. Your body may be bullets or a paragraph. It may be 2 paragraphs, maybe 7 sentences each. And then your call to action at the end may be 2 or 3 sentences. Then you can put your other social site and you're done. It's just that simple. But the good thing is you are building a community. You are building a group of people. It's different from social media followers. You're building a group of people who know you and like you, and they're coming to trust you because of your content every week that's valuable to them. See what I'm saying? And so now with your email provider, you want to make sure you have a good subject line. And you will see more of that in the full training. Your subject line needs to make people want to click. Okay? Subject lines can be 1 word. A subject line can be a question. A subject line needs to be something that people want. It could be speaking to their problem, or it could be speaking to their pain point, something that is keeping them up at night, they can't sleep, or something that they desire. So your subject line needs to be something that people want. They like click, and then they see your email, your 3-part email. It's great. It's full of value. They cannot wait to get your email next week, right? And this same content can go everywhere else. So I hope that these tips for emails helped you. Now, I have a full video on email marketing. It's free, just like my first full video on the 5 content pillars is free. I will put a link in the description for this 3-part series that I'm doing. And the first part is on content for your social media. The second part was today on email. And the third part is going to be on attraction ladder and conversion funnel, which is going to be great. And on these videos, you're getting a touch of it. I hope you have your pen and paper. But in the free 3 video series, you're going to get the full part of all 3. And they're short, about 20 minutes each. It's not going to take up a lot of time. But you're going to walk away with knowing how to do content, how to do your email, and how to make an attraction ladder and a conversion funnel. So I hope that this has helped you. Be sure and go to MarciaLynneHudson.com. That is scrolling across the screen, because I have free resources there for you. I also had a link to the 3 full videos there, but we want to make sure that you learn how to build a magnetic brand and grow your business and make money consistently, because we don't want you to forget that the secret sauce to your success is you.